Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my Booktube birthday tag. It is my birthday and my bookish birthday. That's a lie. Let's back up. It is not of the day that I'm filming this, but on the day that it's being posted, it is my Booktube birthday, and my actual birthday is actually coming up in just a couple of weeks too, so that works out really well. But it is my very first Booktube birthday today on May 28th, and I wanted to do this tag to celebrate it. I saw the channel Coffee Over Apples post this about a month ago, I think, and then the Library of Alexandria also posted one of these this month, so 'tis the season for Booktube birthdays, I guess, but it is my first Booktube birthday, so let's just dive right into this tag. Question number 1, I've already talked about. How many years on Booktube are you celebrating? 1. It is kind of crazy to me, honestly, because I don't think I've ever truly stuck with a hobby for this long. I've tried the book blogging thing, I failed miserably, and I mean, it's been a whole year, and I have been, except for, I think there was a 2-month break when we had bought our house and moved, but other than that 2-month break, I've been pretty consistently uploading videos at the very least once a week since last May, and that's insane to me. I have never stuck with a hobby like this for this long, but honestly, I absolutely love it. Question number 2 is, what has motivated you to keep making videos? Interacting with the community. I love watching Booktube videos. I love making Booktube videos. I'm really bad at commenting on other people's videos, but like I make comments in my head, guys. I promise. I just never actively get around to adding the comments to your videos. YouTube's app should really make that easier, by the way, because like I don't want to leave 500,000 comments every single time I like have something to say. I want to like be able to add to my comment throughout. It's a whole process to try and add a comment while you're watching a video, like in the app. Obviously it's very difficult to do that outside of the app as well. I'm never actually watching YouTube on like a laptop or a desktop, so it might be easier there. It probably is easier there, but as it is, the way that I consume YouTube, I'm really bad at leaving comments, and I apologize. But all of that to say, I do love interacting with the community. I'm fairly active on book Twitter is probably exaggerating it. I'm more of a lurker on book Twitter. I'll comment something on there if something pops up in my attention, but other than that, yeah, I like book Twitter, and I like Bookstagram as well, and I'm in a bunch of like bookish Facebook groups, just interacting with the book community as a whole over the last year, even before I actually started my channel, so like a year and a half, has been so great. I have found so many people that love reading books as much as I do, and that was kind of not rare for me growing up, especially not in the family that I had, just because my family is comprised of really big readers, but like just finding other people in this community has been really great. Question number 3 are, what are 3 of your favorite videos that you've made in the past year and why? I just talked about this in one of my recent tags, which was the small booktuber tag, but one of my favorite videos that I've made is my if you like this TV show, you might like these books. I really liked the connections that I made in that, and yeah, you should go check it out. That's probably my favorite video that I've made over the course of the last year. The other one is my series, My Blind Date with My Bookshelves. I talked about this in my last tag as well, but I just like reacquainting myself with the books that I have, like that I've had for a really long time and haven't revisited in a while, or books that like I've had for a while and I haven't had the chance to get to yet. So I like those 2. Oh, and I guess like the fun videos that I've done. I really like doing the blindfolded book challenge. I like the do you have that book challenge, or do you have that fantasy book? Like I enjoy all of those. Any of the, I mean, I fail miserably. I failed at the blindfolded book cover thing. I've got another video coming up, which is the first line challenge that John also helped me out with, and you guys will get to see how that went. But yeah, I like doing those challenge videos as well, so any of those I am fairly proud of. Number 4 is, what have you struggled with on Booktube in the last year and why? And how did you overcome that struggle? I'm sorry. But that's generally because I have a habit of starting hobbies and then abandoning them after just a short amount of time. This is one that I have actually stuck with, and I'm fairly proud of that. So that has been my biggest challenge, is I was trying to do 2 videos a week, and I tend to have an all or nothing personality, so a lot of times if I couldn't do 2 videos a week, like it would be me fighting my brain going, oh, well, if you couldn't do that, then you might as well not do anything, or you might as well quit. So I've stuck with it, I've pushed past that, and I am fairly proud of that. And it's just been allowing myself to be like, okay, no, you need a break right now, but you can revisit it in a week or so. Or like when 2 videos a week was just a lot for me mentally, I allowed myself to take a step back and be like, okay, well, if you only can do 1 video a week, then you can do 1 video for a week. And I think that has been going on for me since February. I think that it wasn't until this past, like, the last week of May that I had gotten, the second to last week of May, that I had gotten back to filming 2 videos in a week. Hopefully I can stay in this mood for a while because I really like it, and I really see a lot more channel growth when I do 2 videos a week versus 1. I mean, I'm not really here for the numbers, but the numbers are always gratifying to see regardless. So it's, I definitely see a lot more interaction with my channel whenever I manage to post 2 videos a week. Question number 5 is choose 1 moment from the past year on Booktube that you would love to relive. I don't really know. Posting my first video was terrifying, so I really don't think that I would want to relive that. Making my bookshelves was a really good time on Booktube for me, even though technically making my bookshelves was during my break. It was really fun putting together my vision for my bookshelves and where I was going to be putting my most prized possessions, and like posting my video doing my reorganization and like all of that. It was a lot of work, but it was also a lot of fun at the same time. So I did really enjoy that moment on Booktube. More recently, I would say that in April, I had gotten approved for the Shadow of the Gods arc by John Gwynne, which is single-handedly the like most popular arc that I had gotten approved for to date. I know that a lot of people ended up getting that arc, but that was a really, really exciting moment for me, getting to receive that arc. And on top of that, following that, when I posted my review for the Shadow of the Gods, John Gwynne followed me on Twitter. I don't know that he's, he could not be very choosy about who he follows on Twitter. He could be following millions of people on Twitter. Doesn't really matter to me because John Gwynne followed me on Twitter, and that is a prized moment in my life that I woke up to one day, and it made me very, very happy. So, next on my list is getting Kevin Hearn to follow me on Twitter. If you're listening, sir, you're my favorite author and I love you. Question number 6 is shout out a huge supporter for your channel. I would obviously be very remiss if I didn't mention John, because he has watched every single one of my videos, like every single one of them, and he's even watched them like while I've been in the same room with him and had to listen to the sound of my own voice from the speakers of his phone, which has been, great. That's always a weird experience, but yes, obviously he's a very huge supporter of my channel. He is always supportive of when I need to take time to film or edit or whatever. He's always willing to drop anything to help me if I need help filming a video, so obviously need to shout out him. Also, I wanted to mention Z from You Can't Catch Z. We met on Twitter last year, and we have gotten to be fairly good friends in that time, and she's obviously she's a huge supporter of my channel. I'm trying to be a huge supporter of her channel as much as I can, so yeah, she's easily one of my favorite people that I've met on Booktube, just because she's the closest friend that I've made since starting this channel, and I really do treasure that. Yes, we got sappy for a moment. Love you. Question number 7 is what is the best book that you've read in the last year? This is really hard. I can't pick just one. I have read The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I have read Words of Radiance, which was my favorite of the Stormlight Archives. I read Well of Ascension, which was my favorite of the Mistborn trilogy. I read Leviathan Wakes, which really introduced me into the Expanse series that I adored. I cannot pick just one. So, off the top of my head, those are my top choices. Question number 8 is where do you see your channel in a year's time, and what do you hope to have achieved? In a year's time, I hope that I have continued to stick with Booktube. I hope that I have continued to make videos and stay in the community, that it doesn't become another hobby that I have dropped. I mean, what is it people say? It takes like 3 months to establish a habit. I'd like to think that at this point, like filming videos, the thought of filming videos, all of that has become a habit for me, and that I will be still with this in a year's time. Hope to have achieved, I don't know. That's an achievement in and of itself, honestly. Just me sticking with this for 2 years. in terms of the numbers, I don't know, I'd like to see my channel grow. I'd like to, I don't know, have some more creative ideas for videos and follow through on making them. I don't think you guys are ever going to see like a secret TBR thing from me. I mean, at this point, you know, TBRs are really not my thing. The TBR jar has been overwhelmingly not 100% successful. So that's never going to lead into a secret TBR. But yeah, I don't know, some more creative videos. I would like to continue doing vlogs, but hopefully within the next year, there will be more content to those vlogs because I will venture places that are not just in my house, which would be nice because, I mean, this channel has been my quarantine baby. This is the hobby that I decided to pick up during quarantine. So, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I would say just like more consistent channel growth, more consistent videos in terms of me trying to post actually 2 times a week. And things like that. I would like to do more book reviews on my channel. Saying that I like doing book reviews is a little bit strong. I don't love doing book reviews, but I love having them, if that makes sense. I love that if somebody wants to know what I think about a particular book, they don't have to wait through an entire wrap up or whatever to hear my thoughts on it. I like the fact that I can put all of my thoughts into, not necessarily a concise, because I tend to ramble a lot, but into a cohesive video in which that is all that I talk about. So I guess reviews are something that I would like to do more, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. The final question is, tag someone whose anniversary is coming up. I don't know. If you are watching this and your Booktube birthday is coming up soon, then you are tagged in this, but off the top of my head, I don't really know when everybody started their channels, so that is where we are at, I guess. But that is it for my Booktube birthday tag. It has been one really awesome, really fun year. I've loved every single second of my time in this community, and I can't wait to see what comes in the next year. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.